Hello, hi, hello. I'm back. I've been on a hiatus on YouTube just doing these videos just because I've been so busy with, which is so great. I'm recording today from my Today office, which is a park in Beverly Hills. This is just my life now, just on the move and wherever I can stop by. But I wanted to sit and just check in and let you know that officially that you can stop guessing and you can stop asking like what is she doing in her life, because I left the corporate world. Yes, I'm saying it loud and proud. I left the corporate world, my corporate job, my corporate life, and I'm living a life of my own, dictated by myself, dictated on my own, created and forged on my own, and I have never ever been happier, friends. Literally have never been so happy and so free and just so sure of where I am today in this life. And I wanted to come up on here and just kind of express and explain a little bit more of my journey in leaving the corporate world and a little bit of what I'm doing now. And I can't tell you how fulfilling it's been. So my point in saying all this is so that other people know that you don't have to stick to what you feel like you need to do, whether that's in the corporate world, the artistic world, it doesn't really matter. Wherever you feel like you've been forced to be, or you felt like that's where you needed to be, and you then feel like you need to be somewhere else, that's okay. And it doesn't matter what age you are. I turned 30 this year, and I had a huge and deep realization about how I was spending my days. And how I was spending my days was literally, it was sad because all my energy was taken by my corporate job. And no matter how much I even shifted, so I was working in the fashion industry for 7 years, and I left because it took up so much of my time. Although I loved it and it was so amazing to like work with fashion brands and work with vendors and work on cool parties and meet celebrities and all this stuff. It was so cool, and I learned so much about fashion trends. I had to leave the fashion industry to go to like the educational teacher resource industry just because I needed some more work-life balance. Because fashion wasn't everything to me. It is a part of me, but it's not everything, and I needed more time for dance and my creative projects. So I really, truly then shifted out of the industry to be like, okay, you know what? I can still work a corporate job while pursuing my passion in the arts of creating, choreographing, dancing, modeling, acting. And, you know, for a little bit of time, it was good work-life balance. I got to leave at 4. But ultimately, once I was leaving at 4, it soon became 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Sometimes it was 12-hour days, and it wasn't fitting in my schedule anymore. And even when I did work 8 to 4, it was so draining because I kept trying to be something I was not. And I think that's the most important reason why I left, was because I realized that I was exerting so much energy into not being Bushra, and putting so much energy into trying to be something you're not is always going to take way more energy than perfecting who you are, which will never be perfect. But there's a key difference into putting energy into something that's just not right. Kind of like a bad relationship. Like when you put so much energy into a bad relationship, it takes so much out of you, and you ultimately find out it's not meant for you. And that's what the corporate world was for me. I kept trying to make different companies fit, and they just would not fit. And I don't know if this resonates with any of you out there, but if it does, I feel you. I was told growing up to get a degree, to go to college, to get a stable job with good benefits and a steady income and keep rising up the ranks and, you know, like butter up to your manager and this and that. And you know what? All of that was like BS to me, because it just felt like a game that I wasn't meant to play. And the older I got, the more I looked at management above me. And my therapist told me this. She was like, look at the people above you, and is that who you want to be? And every single manager I've had, I'm like, no, I do not want to be them. That is not who I want to be. And it just became more and more clear every single day that this is not where I'm meant to be, and it was just the wrong fit. And it was like a bad relationship where I kept trying to make it work, and I kept trying to just like smother it with love, with affection, with all this time, with different ways of pleasing them. And ultimately I got burned, because as much as I was giving, I was not getting in return. And that really became very apparent to me. And yeah, so I left. And I just took a chance and a risk on myself, because I'm worth that chance and I'm worth that risk. And when I realized that the company or whoever I'm going to be working for is not going to give me that level of satisfaction and give me any validation in that regard, I realized that I can only give myself that validation, and I needed to put in the work in order to expect that from myself. In order to get that validation for myself, I needed to put in the work myself, for myself. So, I mean, once I left, it was a lot of trial and error. And I didn't tell anybody that I left my corporate job because of so much uncertainty. It's kind of like when you're starting something new, it's not even about like Nazar or the evil eye. It's merely just about the fact that you need to focus on what you want and how you want to attain that. And everyone else, no matter positive or negative, what they have to say is all just noise into you getting to where you need to be. And when you just sit down and you're only in your thoughts about it, and you don't hear anyone else's points of view, you can clearly see what makes you happy and what doesn't make you happy. It sounds so simple, but it took so much for me to get here. And I'm so happy that I am here, because it's like a breath of fresh air. I feel like I'm living life completely brand new. And it's because I'm living it in the way that I choose to live it. And if any of you guys are feeling stuck in the corporate environment, reach out to me. If you want to leave, or if you just want to find a way to have more work-life balance, I think that's such an important thing to ask for yourself, and only you can put that into place. So let's talk about it. I'm here for you. We'll talk more about where I ended up, but I am now a full-time actress, dancer, choreographer, and model. And they all intertwine, and they have always intertwined in my life. They all go hand in hand. I'm a performer, and that bleeds into choreography, that bleeds into acting and dancing and modeling. And I mean, all of those things combined are such a huge foundation of who Bushra is. And I could not be any more happier than I am today to just be able to be me, and that being enough. If I were to use a measure, even though enough is not a measure, okay? But I know that I am enough, and I get to live my everyday working jobs as they come, auditioning, applying, talking to people, and networking in a way where I don't have to be anyone else besides me. And let me tell you, living an authentic life is the best way to live. And I want to help you get there. So let's talk about it. And I hope this helps you into feeling like your feeling is not alone. You're not alone in feeling what you're feeling, is what I meant to say. You're not alone in feeling what you're feeling. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling out of control of your life, that's totally normal, and I guarantee so many people are feeling that way because corporate America makes you believe that you need this, and this job to feel secure, to do this, to do that, and to be able to survive, and that's just not the case. And I think I'm so excited to share more of the story of how I'm surviving without all of that. So thanks for watching and stay tuned. Be confident, be bold, and be yourself, because when you get to be, magical things happen in this world. And I hope that we can carry on this journey together, because like I said in my last video of moving out of your parents' house, I mean, they're all steps, right? You take one step and it leads to another, and that's what's been happening to me. I've left the corporate job. I started just exploring what I wanted. I started casting the net out there, seeing what gets caught, and just taking one step at a time. And I know leaving the corporate life is scary, but if that's truly what you want to do, and there's truly something else in this world that you want to do, whether it's in the arts or not, take that chance on yourself. You deserve it. You're worth that. That's it. Period. Bye, guys. Love you.